Well, winter is upon us. We had an early snowstorm here. It's time for some of those heavier beers. This is one by Allagash. I believe it's new to them. This is called Pictavia. It's a Scotch Ale aged in Scotch barrels. I've never had a Scotch Ale aged in Scotch barrels. I've had it in bourbon barrels. I believe that Founder's Backwoods Bastard is, they say it's a wee heavy, same thing, but that's aged in bourbon barrels. This is interesting because they say it's a Belgian style Scotch Ale, which was first inspired by one of the Allagash pilot beer recipes brewed back in '94. So aging it in Scotch barrels adds complex notes of vanilla, dried fruit, and coconut. It's 9.3. So a Belgian Scotch Ale, as far as I can tell, is a Scotch Ale with Belgian yeast. And this is a Gordon glass, great glass for this style. If you don't have one, you can post on my channel. I'll tell you where to get one. They're very hard to find in the United States. All right. So this one has, a nice caramel color. 1 or 2 fingers. See what it's all about. Now it's lighter in aroma than a lot of Scotch ales I've had. It's really nice though. Kind of fragrant, fruity. It's interesting. The aroma isn't like the usual Scotch ales that I have, which have more fruit and more. This has got more fragrance. This has got fragrance, and it's not. I don't get the sweetness out of it. I usually get toffee out of a Scotch Ale. Okay, yeah, this is different. I don't know if they really like the Scotch barrels, aging in Scotch barrels. Definitely can taste the oak in it, but you know it's not a bourbon barrel. It has a good bitter finish. It's not as sharp as some other Scotch ales that I've had. Body's kind of light. Low carbonation. I would prefer more of not a heavy body, but like a more stickiness to it. Something. This is very light. The taste has a lot of fruit in it, but it's more in the fragrant fruit, if you would. It's not really that pronounced. Let me try that one more time. Yeah. It's interesting. It's a very good beer. It's an excellent beer. It's an interesting approach. It's not something that I don't think I would drink it again. I like Scotch ales. It's not in the standard type of style that I'm used to, and I'm not sure about the Scotch barrels for aging beers. I actually don't like in general, whiskey barrels. I mean, I should say I don't like, other than bourbon, there are a lot of barrels I just don't find I like the beers. Gin, I've had some in gin that's good. And wine barrels can go hit or miss. Bourbon barrels, it's pretty good. Okay, so this is the Allagash Pictavia. It's brewed by Allagash Brewing in Portland. A lot of you are familiar with them. It's a really excellent brewery. I give this a solid 4. It's not one of my favorites, but it's worth checking out. It's very different as far as a Scotch ale. And cheers.